Mr. Curious asks, what to do if we encounter this? Potential spouse, why don't you convert? Buddha and Bible teach us to be good. You should convert. I cannot, but you can. So this Mr. Curious should be a Buddhist. That's why he cannot convert. What do y'all think? I mean, it's not clear which one is which, right? So most people, when you read this, do you think this Mr. Curious, or rather, do you think the potential spouse is a Buddhist or a Christian?
I think the potential spouse is Christian and Mr. Curious is Buddhist.
What makes you think? What makes you think that it is the case? Why not the other way?
Because only one side that usually tries to convert people.
Oh, you mean Buddhists don't try to convert people? So there are two parts here. One is there seems to be an attempt to request the other party to convert. Yeah. And another part is that there's the claim that one cannot convert while the other can. So this is actually somewhat like the prisoner's dilemma. Yeah. Who should be the one to take the step? Well, in all likelihood, Marcel is probably right. Yeah. The potential spouse who is requesting for the other party to convert is most likely the Christian. Yeah. Again, nothing against Christianity, but statistically speaking, based on the different cases I have heard of, or I know of directly, or I myself encountered, yeah, they have this tendency to be the one to say you must convert. Yeah, the way it's phrased is put across very mildly. You know, why don't you convert? Instead of you must convert. Yeah. So first of all, what does it mean to convert? Yeah. And do Buddhists actually try to convert people? Simply put, to so-called convert means to, in this case, means to change from one faith to the other faith. Yeah. It means to denounce your earlier faith and belief, and then to switch to another belief or faith. So is it true that someone who is a Christian cannot convert? Yeah. Is it possible? Well, I don't know. There are a lot of Christians who have dropped out of Christianity, right? The whole of Europe, a lot of them have switched from Christianity to something else, right? Not necessarily to Buddhism, but to something else. But new converts in Asia are often told, you cannot convert. Yeah, so first thing. Are you all familiar with the Bible? Not familiar, huh? I can't say I'm super familiar, and I'm definitely not an authority in it. But I read part of it before. Yeah. My sister used to study in Geylang Methodist Secondary, and so they were given, I think they were given a Bible each. Yeah. And so she actually brought it back home. I presume not with my father's knowledge. I think my father would have done something drastic. So one day, maybe my mother don't know. One day I was like curious now, what exactly is inside the Bible? You know? Now, why is it that these people will come to people's houses and then start saying nasty things like, oh, you're praying to the devil? Yeah. I'm not saying that the Bible say that, okay? I'm saying that this is what we experienced. And I don't think we are the only family who experienced that. We experienced, I think a lot of people experience that. You go door to door knocking and very intrusive, you know. We don't like salesmen or salespeople to go door to door, you know. And worse still, imagine if a person go door to door, ding dong, and then you open up. Yes, can I help you? Oh, I'm selling a cooking pan. Yeah. Do you want to take a look and try it? Oh, no, we already have cooking pan. Oh, what brand are you using? Oh, I'm using the normal Chinese wok. Oh, you know, the Chinese wok, that one is lousy one, no. Wow, really crappy. Will kill you one, no. How would you feel? You'll be like, are you crazy? You haven't even seen my wok, my Chinese wok. And my family, we have always been using Chinese wok. What's wrong with you? We would feel offended. Yeah, even if it's just someone trying to sell cooking utensils, right? Yeah, and who sells in this way? But some of them, I don't think all Christians do that, but some Christians decide that it's okay to just go door to door, knocking on people's door. At the moment they see that you are actually praying to some other religion, yeah, that you have other religion. Yeah, in our case, when they saw Guan Yin Pusa altar, because it's right in the living room, right? They say, you're praying to the devil. So anyway, what was I talking about? How come I talk about this? Yeah, the Bible. So one day I got curious and then I went to read what exactly is inside. Why are these people like that, you know? So I went to read. I started from Genesis. Then I read up to the chapter on the Babylon, you know, yeah, where this people they spoke one language, and then they become very successful, and they try to build a tower to reach heaven. Yeah, and then if as far as I can remember from the story, right, then God was upset, yeah, or something. Then God like demolish the tower and then spread the people in Babylon all over and made them speak different languages. Yeah. So this is their understanding, yeah, of why we speak different languages. Yeah. And it was that because if we all speak one language, we'll be so united and so powerful, we'll be able to build a tower to reach heaven. Quite interesting. But anyway, read different parts of it. Yeah, and but then I reached here, I was like, okay, this is not for me. Yeah. So based on what I've learned, besides this, I read other chapters also. Based on this, we can see that throughout the Bible, there are different instances where individuals uh, initially worship God and then turn against God. Yeah. Namely, I mean, according to the belief, yeah, in the Bible, right in Genesis, Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve initially were the first supposed to be I mean in their belief but then they turn against God, right? So if it's okay to turn against, or rather to change the opinion, then why can't Christians change their opinion? Can what? Also, based on real life incident, yeah, where in Europe there are many who have converted from Christianity. They are atheists. They are very outspoken physicists, scientists who openly declare they are not Christians. Yeah. And from the Bible, it will appear to be the case that there are those who subscribe to belief in God, but then they turn away from that, right? So the idea that you cannot convert, that is a misnomer. Yeah. I would agree that some people choose not to convert. Yeah, that's okay. But to suggest that you cannot convert, but others can convert, that is that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why cannot convert? Why is it that others can convert, theirs cannot convert? Is it because there's penalty for conversion? Actually, you can find evidence of this inside the Bible also. Yeah, but I won't go too much into it because, as I said, I'm not an authority in it. Yeah, that's their belief. They believe that there are consequences for it. How about Buddhism? Is there consequences for not staying as a Buddhist? Are there consequences? There are actually consequences, A lot of people think, oh, I be a Buddhist, then after I don't be a Buddhist, no consequences. There are consequences. What are the consequences? Is it that the Buddha will send bodhisattvas to come after you and smite you down with lightning bolt? Huh? Or Sifu will get a dream. One of your students has converted to other religion. Go and slap her. No. In Buddhism, we don't do such things. Hey, but Sifu, just now you said there are consequences. What are the consequences? Well, in Buddhism, the consequences is this. So imagine, okay? Not imagine, think about this, okay? Like, let's say, for example, person A, okay? Person A knows that that gravity is a force, yeah. At least Newtonian physics, don't kind of bring in quantum physics. Ultimately, there's no gravity. Do you know that physicists have come to a big question mark? What is gravity? Yeah, we all learn in school, right? Gravity, there's gravitational force, right? But then until now, they cannot find out what actually causes gravitational force. Yeah, so, but that's another story lah. So, you all agree there's gravity, right? Yeah, and you all agree that gravity can be described in a certain way that is found in physics, right? And in physics, the gravitational force is equals to mass times acceleration, where a mass accelerate at a rate of 10 meters squared. The more precise is 9.8 something. Yeah. So you all agree? Say yes. I know some of you like physics. I dropped physics. just take my word for it for now. Later you can go and search gravitational force. Okay. Yeah. Gravitational acceleration. Yeah. The small g equals to 9.8. The big G is the gravitational constant. That's another thing. That's for calculating how two masses interact. Yeah. So if you agree with that, that means while you don't like directly calculate in your mind to know how fast this will drop, but you agree that there's a force, resultant force that seem to act on it that cause it to fall. So now one day, so can you then say, oh, I decided that I don't subscribe to gravity anymore? You can say that. Yeah. Can you say that? You can say that, well, doesn't seem to make sense. Yeah. Can you say that? Can. And then can you say that I don't think gravity actually works? Yeah. So, and as a result, then one day you're looking out the window and you think, since I don't believe in it, yeah, what if then maybe I can fly out the window? What do you think will happen if you would just jump out the window and try to fly? What is the consequence? You will be like this guy, right? Do you think you will be like that? Or do you think you will fly out. If you want to try, anybody watching this, especially if you are underage, please know that this is a hypothetical thought experiment. If you want to try at home. Not at home, jump out the window, but just try to, let's say, jump off a sofa. Okay, see whether you can float first. If you cannot float, don't try the window. Okay, don't ever try the window. Because this is going up on YouTube, you know. Later some small kid watch, oh, okay, let me try. cannot, don't try, don't try. Now, the question is the consequence of you falling off the window and then going down to your quite imminent death a consequence? It is a consequence, isn't it? But is this consequence due to Isaac Newton because he discovered the law of gravity? It's not. Is it gravity punishing you for not obeying it, for not believing it? No, it is just the way it is. That's why in so many texts, it's always described that the enlightened ones see things as it is. And that's why in many texts, we see arahants explaining certain teachings. And when people don't accept, they just leave it. They just basically say, well, it is how it is. This is how it is. You accept or don't accept, that's how it is. You know, it's up to you. And that's why, actually, if a person say, oh, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and later on, the person say, oh, I denounce Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. There are consequences. Yeah. There are two kinds of consequences. One is where when a person take up refuge, the person take it up as a belief, as a ceremony. So don't really know what the person is subscribing to anyway, taking refuge in. Don't know. So when the person say, I convert to another religion, it's the same thing. Also don't know what he's dropping. You know? Yeah. For many people, to become a Buddhist is like joining a club. You know, joining a club. And they have funny ideas about this club. Some of them think that by joining this club, then the founder of the club will protect them, namely Buddha. Yeah, and they can if they chalk up enough points, yeah, by offering orange lah, apple lah, then the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, yeah, which is the assistant, will come and will take care of you. Yeah? Many people think of Buddhism, for that matter, think of many religion as this way, in this way. So when they think, well, I don't join this club, I join another club. Many people also think this way. I can drop this club and join another club. But most people think of religion in a sense that it is a direct, I join this club and the God or the founder, in this case Buddha, will take care of me. But because in Buddha's teaching, Buddha is kind, Buddha never say he will punish people, so if I leave the club, Buddha won't punish me. Which is not wrong also, right? But they fail to see that becoming a Buddhist, taking the Buddha as the teacher, is not the same as joining some club where Buddha come and take care of you. It is more like saying, I choose to go to school, I choose to attend class, I take this person as my form teacher, that person as my physics teacher, that person as my maths teacher, that person as my science teacher, and so on, or Chinese teacher, and so on. And then halfway through, this person say, not interested in studying. So even though the person go to school, but don't take the teacher as the teacher. When the teacher teach, just keep playing the fool. So up to some point, the person decided, I have no point studying. Then start to skip class. Yeah. But because the parents insist you must go for class, so sometimes go, sometimes don't go. But at the end of the year, still have to take exam, right? Yeah. What is the consequences? What is the result? Fail, right? Is it because the teacher punished you? You never come for class, I failed you. Of course, in real life, if you don't attend enough classes for a full-time course, you can be, denied access to the exams at the first place. Yeah. But that's where the analogy ends. In Buddhism, if you were to denounce the triple gem, it is basically rejecting the truth that the Buddha discovered. Yeah. For that matter, what it also means is, if a person knowingly choose, like let's say, hear about the teachings, yeah, and then reject it, then he's basically rejecting the truth also. Yeah. So most people have a wrong idea, thinking that not being a Buddhist or switching from Buddhism to other religion, no consequences. There are consequences. You're basically forsaking right view. You're basically saying right view is not so important. Yeah. Because when you switch, what are you saying? You are saying this is not real. That's why it's okay. Yeah. Not important. Yeah. And okay to adopt another belief. To believe that, and here it's not about Christianity, because most religion has the belief of a creator God in its center. And if you were to then adopt that, you're basically saying you believe that this whole world is created by some divine being, God or otherwise. Yeah. Now the question is this in line with reality? It all boils down to this, between Buddhism and many religions, not just Christianity, not just the Bible, but Buddhism and many religions. It boils down to this. Which one makes more sense to you? Does it make more sense to you that this whole world is created by some divine being, God or otherwise? Yeah. Or that this whole world is due to our mutual, collective actions, karma. Yeah. Because of this difference in belief, we will act differently. If you believe that this world is totally, fully governed and determined by some God, then you better make sure that you play according to the rules that is defined by this God. Yeah, you follow the rules. Yeah. If the rule says this, you don't question it because this being created it, ma. So I'm not here to so-called refute or agree, affirm or deny. Yeah, I'm just stating it out as a fact. So for those who back to the question, how come my mouse? Okay, my mouse went to sleep. I talked too long. My mouse went to sleep. Yeah, back to the question. That's why I think, yeah. So Christians who watch this, if I get it wrong, correct me. Yeah. That's why I think for Christians, they find it very difficult to say, I convert, because they believe that God created the world. And inside the Bible, there are stories of where consequences for denouncing God is very heavy, right? Yeah, that's why they have this fear. They cannot bring themselves to do that. Yeah. Yeah, but to me, at the first place, conversion is wrong. Yeah. Or rather, to say that you respect other religion and yet you want to convert people, these two is in contradiction. You cannot be respecting people when you are trying to reduce, remove, and replace other religion. These two are not compatible. This is a theme that some people may wonder, how come this monk keep on talking about this? Once in a while, he will talk about this. Well, because this is still happening. We are still talking about COVID-19 because it's still happening. Once COVID-19 is over, nobody will talk about COVID-19. Maybe every 5 years, people will talk about the thing that shake the world. that is COVID-19. Yeah. But because now it's still happening, so every other day there's new news report, new cluster, new cluster. And similarly, because this is still happening, yeah, there are not all Christians trying that hard, but some, yeah, don't respect other religion, don't care about what people, don't respect people with other religion, don't respect the other religion also. So Esther says, good morning, Shifu and everyone. I studied in a Christian school for 10 years, and I find some of the worship song lyrics meaningful. I still have some of the songs in my phone. I view those songs similar to those Mendo pop songs that I listen to, and once in a blue moon, I also listen to the worship songs like how I listen to Mendo pop songs. Shifu, is this a form of disrespect to the Buddha? Disrespect. Well, you know the song Amazing Grace, right? Very beautifully written. Yeah. A lot of the Christian songs, whether it's Psalms or is the more modern ones, very beautifully written. Yeah, the tune and some of the lyrics indeed are very touching, right? Are very touching. So how? Now I must highlight, just because something is touching doesn't make it true. Yeah. Have you ever watched Forrest Gump? Very touching, right? Is it true? There's someone called Forrest Gump who ran through the who took part in various war, Vietnam War, Korean War, every war he also take part. Then he played ping pong with a Chinese player and then take pictures with the person. No, it's all not true, but it's very touching. We can appreciate how touching it is without thinking that it's actually true, right? A lot of the Hollywood movies are very touching, but it doesn't make it true. I'm not suggesting that the Bible or the Christian belief is like a movie. I'm just saying that just because something is touching, like the Christian songs, and the lyrics are very touching and meaningful, doesn't make it necessarily true. Yeah. Is it okay for a Buddhist to occasionally listen to these songs? If it depends, a bit tricky. The easy answer is not okay. Easy answer. But I like to think that if we were to split hairs with it, then if you are listening it without considering the lyrics, that you are able to just listen to it without absorbing the lyrics altogether, then it's okay. Unfortunately, if you listen to something long enough, unless it's a different language that you totally don't understand, but even then, we are planting seeds. Yeah. And the seeds are associated to good feelings. So it's like marketing and advertising, you know. The example I always give, there's a reason why whenever they have they sell cars, they show you all the very nice scenery, or they show the car driving through the city, but no cars inside, no traffic jam, no traffic light. They just come drive. Because they want to associate driving a car with good feeling. If they want to come out with realistic advertisement, they should show CTE. But who would want to buy a car when they see the advertisement of this guy inside? And then he rev, then the car stationary. That wouldn't be very appealing. So advertising and marketing associate their product with a nice feeling, including individuals that we connect positively with. That's why they get celebrities to, to what do you call that? To carry their products. Yeah. So this works because we are easily primed and influenced. Yeah. So because of that, for most people, if you listen to any kind of songs, not just these worship songs, but if you listen to any kind of songs, you will easily over time be influenced by the content. So if you ask me, like sometimes certain occasions, then I also go amazing grace, yeah. But the context is usually to highlight certain teachings, and I don't sing the whole song, yeah. And I completely agree. Very beautifully written. Yeah, there is this Buddhist center. Whenever they have this particular event once a year during lunch, then one of the nun will actually sing this song. Yeah, yeah. And I was a bit taken aback, like, but this song, the lyrics itself is all about the amazing grace is grace from God. Yeah, most people don't realize. Yeah, and many people then reinterpret it or misinterpret it, thinking that, oh, this grace can be about Buddha, can be about your father, mother. No, as far as this particular song is concerned, the amazing grace, they are speaking about God's grace for us, that we are so lousy, but his grace, that he is willing to redeem us. Yeah. So the lyrics very beautifully written. But if you are serious about the practice, you may want to reflect on it, think about it. But I don't want to. I hesitate to just say, okay, I pass a edict. Yeah, I pass an edict. No one shall listen to songs of other religion. I think not so good. Not so good. We are not in the business of dictating people's life. So I just explained to you, you do this, you get these consequences. Then you decide yourself. Okay? Yeah, so yeah, you can see usually Monday people have to rush off for work. But especially this kind of topic, Buddhists are very interesting. When we talk about this kind of topic, a lot of Buddhists feel uncomfortable, feel uneasy. Yeah. We are not attacking other religion, okay? We are just stating as a matter of fact. If Buddhists continue to be, how do I put it? If Buddhists continue to be so fearful of looking at differences and conflict, then the result will be that long. The result will be, okay, I don't conflict, okay, I convert. One person convert, two person convert, one family convert, two family convert. Then what is the outcome? Outcome is Sifu will still be Sifu. All the monks and nuns will still be monks and nuns. We will not convert. Yeah. There'll be no more SGC. There'll be no more lay Buddhists to attend classes. But it actually doesn't matter to us, For us, it doesn't matter. Because no more lay people, then we just practice ourselves. Too bad, no conditions. We just reflect on conditions. I guess this is Dharma ending age. Yeah. Then, okay, no problem. Then we just focus on our practice. Yeah. Come what come may. But what it also means is that then the good Dharma will be lost eventually. But Shifu, you all can continue teaching, Teach who? Teach ourselves. Eventually, we have to die, and we cannot produce new monks ourselves. We don't have the means to produce new monks and nuns. Yeah. That's why Buddhist community, right? The Buddha keep on highlighting fourfold community: monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen. Together, that is a complete Buddha sasana. Without the lay group, just monks and nuns, incomplete. Without the monastics, just the lay group, incomplete as well. And that's why the Buddhist community, laymen, laywomen, and the monastics, monks and nuns, we must be united in one thing, in right view. We must be united in our practices. Yeah. We must take Buddhism as our religion. Yeah. Otherwise, I wrote inside my blog, about the software Buddha Vajana. If we don't learn Dharma, we don't practice Dharma, we don't defend the Dharma. Of course, defending the Dharma is a misnomer. Dharma don't need to be defended. It's the truth. Don't need to be defended. But Buddhism, maybe Buddhism, who is going to do it? You think other people will come and speak up for Buddhism? You cannot expect that. Not that they will not, or they will, but you cannot be expecting someone of different faith to be speaking up for Buddhism. Yeah. Amitabha. 愿消三障诸烦恼，
愿消三障诸烦恼，
愿得智慧真明了，
愿得智慧真明了，
普愿罪障悉消除，
普愿罪障悉消除，
世世常行菩萨道。
世世常行菩萨道。
阿弥陀佛。
阿弥陀佛。
Till we meet again, may be guided and protected by the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And as always,
Bye.
all right, take care, stay safe.
Thank you very much. Nice.
Amitabha.
Amitabha.
Have a yellow Monday ahead.
Yeah, why yellow?
Not blue, ma.
Okay, good. Lemon. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.